Welcome back to the weekly recap. I'm Matt Wacker. Prepare to be scared in an explosive way this Halloween. Students from the Missouri S&T Mining Engineering Department have once again turned the school's experimental mine into a unique haunted adventure. Leanne spoke with two students leading this year's project to find out more, maybe a little more than she bargained for.
Matt, I'm here with Andrew Johnson and Paige Cochran. We are celebrating the 20th anniversary out here at the MS&T Haunted Mine. Andrew, tell me about the 20th anniversary and the significance of that.
Just really 20 years as being a student-ran fundraiser for our mining department. That's just something that goes to show the involvement of the students over the years and the ability of us to keep this tradition going and hopefully to be able to keep it going in the future.
We have 7 organizations, and so 3 of them are actual clubs, and you have activities, conferences, stuff like that to go to, and 4 of them are societies. And with that, you go and you network and you meet with other industry professionals and just kind of go to further your education.
Andrew, tell me about the Optimist Club and their involvement in the Haunted Mine project.
They're selling, I think it's hot cider, possibly glow sticks. They were here last Saturday, and I think they plan on being here this Friday and Saturday to help raise funds for their organization. So it's kind of just another way for us to help give back to the community while also fundraising for our own department.
I know that you're running a donation-based special for people that want to get a little discount on their haunted mine.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me about that?
Yes, so if you bring in 3 canned goods, you will get $3 off of your ticket price, and that goes to the Russell House. So that way it's something kind of good to give back to the community.
Matt, let's have a look inside.
Kind of like a normal haunted house. You would expect to have a chainsaw, Frankenstein rooms, things like that. Here it's more kind of expected us to have these switchbacks and a flame projector at some point.
You'll have your little control panel, and so you push, flick, switch, whatever, and it'll go into this giant pyramid-shaped box. It uses propane, and it'll shoot up a ball of fire.
So you guys actually use some of the things you learn in mining engineering in order to put on the haunted mine.
A little bit of it, yeah, and that's one of our fireworks classes that kind of does a little bit of the stage pyro sort of stuff, and it's always very fun to be able to use those instruments and use those skills that you learned about in class and actually kind of put it in a more real world type of application. Because
we're student-ran, student-led, and all that. And it's not necessarily we're just setting up a house to become a haunted house. It's we're using what we have around us and what we have available to us that help make this more unique and different than, say, just your normal haunted house that you might normally go to.
I've run out of room in my storage. So you look pretty and I might put you in a tiny spot for you.
Paige, I've done the haunted mine before, and it is scary. What would you say to parents of young kids that might want to do the haunted mine?
Well, if they're a little bit too scared, they can always come between 4:30 and 6, and it's only $5 for the child to walk through with a parent. And it's just a wonderful time. They have a light, they have a guided tour, nothing scary at all.
Matt, I guess there is light at the end of the tunnel. Back to you.
Frank's Market in Sullivan was the target of a smash and grab on October 14th. Officers responded to a burglary alarm around 11:20 p.m. and found the front glass broken. Alcohol and cigarettes were the desired items. It is unknown if this incident is related to a string of recent church thefts in the area. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact Sullivan Police. Rolla Chamber ambassadors, city officials, park staff, and family of the late Larry May were on hand for a rededication of the playground bearing his name in Burwan Park on October 16th. Total cost of the project was just over $93,000. Also on hand were members of the Rolla Junior Club, who collectively raised and donated $25,500 for the cause. Larry May Park has the first of the city's new stone signage. The play area was named after May in 1992 to honor his years of civic service in the Rolla community. A semi-truck driver sustained serious injuries in an early morning interstate crash last Sunday. 35-year-old Joshua Moore of Chesney, South Carolina, lost control of his tractor-trailer near mile marker 186. The truck hit an embankment, jackknifed, and eventually struck an overpass pillar. It came to a rest on top of a guardrail. Moore was transported to PCRMC and later transferred to University Hospital in Columbia. 53-year-old Pamela Barnum of Rolla was in a serious accident last Friday, October 20th. Barnum's Nissan Versa went off the road on Highway 63, striking mailboxes and a tree, overturning before coming to a rest. The vehicle caught fire with Barnum inside, but passing motorists were able to remove her. She was flown to University Hospital in Columbia. Lebanon area hosted its 7th annual ACA Dog Show on October 14th at the Cowan Civic Center. Breeders from all over Missouri were there to show their support and compete with their well-mannered pups.
My name is Alicia Davis, and I'm a member of the Missouri Pet Breeders Association. I've been breeding dogs for 12 years and a member of the organization since I started. We're the local chapter, the Lebanon Mid-Missouri Responsible Breeders. We're a chapter off of the Missouri Pet Breeders Association, and we decided we wanted to start informing the community about ag appreciation. So we try to keep this free to the public to attend, and then we just started incorporating over the years the dog show and now the goat show and things. Usually in the ACA Dog Show, we've had anywhere from 70 dogs entered all the way, I think the largest show we had was about 100 dogs a few years ago. This year I believe we had about 50 dogs entered in the show. We can have breeds that are from as tiny as 2-pound toy poodles all the way up to Alaskan Malamutes that are 100 and some pounds. We have English bulldogs, French bulldogs, Shelties, you name it, and we've got them here. Usually the dog shows, we have 2 shows a day, and they are the conformation shows. We also host a grand champion show and a junior handlers show. That's where the kids can show their puppies and dogs to kind of learn how to get in the ring with the adults. They're judging the conformation of the dog, so they look at like a German Shepherd to make sure it's got the build that the breed standard should have. Kind of like the perfect gait, the perfect run of the ring, how the handler's handling the dog, the coats and things like that. The great thing with the ACA dog shows is they're very laid back. We would invite anyone to come attend. Even if your dog isn't ACA registered, we'll welcome you into the ring just to kind of get a feel for it to see if it might be something you'd want to do. But it's just a lot of fun. They should come out and try a show.
A 38-year-old Licking woman has pled guilty to second and third degree assault charges stemming from a domestic incident involving her husband. Crystal Hoylman entered the plea on October 17th in Texas County. According to circuit court documents, Scott Hoylman was cut on his right arm while trying to block a glass being thrown at him by his wife. When officers arrived at Crystal Hoylman's apartment, she allegedly displayed signs of impairment and became increasingly uncooperative. She will be sentenced in December. A 32-year-old West Plains woman was arrested on October 23rd after stabbing her husband with an eating utensil. Sheila Simpson claims that her husband grabbed a baseball bat and threatened her with it. The husband claims that his wife went into the kitchen and grabbed a knife, possibly a fork, and stabbed him, and that the bat was for his own protection. Officers noticed a pair of bleeding wounds on the husband's left side. Sheila Simpson has since been released from the Howell County Jail. Well, another week, another football game. This time, the Prize Chopper Game of the Week goes back to Lebanon for the Class 5 District semifinal matchup between the Yellow Jackets and visiting Branson Pirates. Will we see John Barry run right into the history books? Tune in at 7 p.m. to find out. That's all for now. I'm Matt Wacker. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. The weekly recap is brought to you by Price Chopper, Cooking from Scratch, the UPS store of Rolla, Bayard Dodge in West Plains, and the Ozarks Medical Center.